Hello everyone, just a quick recap before the video starts. The story so far for me is I was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer on the 27th of December 2019. After that I went through chemotherapy, a lumpectomy and 4 weeks of radiotherapy, finishing my treatment at the end of August 2020 and I was given the all clear. Fast forward to October, I experienced a new weakness in my left arm and my left leg, which led me to go to a hospital and get it investigated. An MRI scan showed a new lesion on the right hand side of my brain, which was affecting the left side obviously of my body. And from there on I was given the option to either have gamma knife surgery or open surgery. I opted for open surgery because personally for me that felt like the right decision, to have the tumour physically out and have it tested to make sure we know exactly what it is, and the fact that that is even an option for me is because of where the tumour is at. This is my story of how the preparation for the surgery went during the pandemic, and all the ups and downs of it and so on. Hope you enjoy watching this, and I really hope this helps someone who might be in a similar situation to me.
Oh, can you see me and hear me, right?
Yes, I can.
Good.
Yeah, this morning again, my left arm it felt heavier than usual and kind of, I guess best way to describe it, almost lazy. And my left leg all of a sudden just gave out and it just flopped off. I was trying to type on my laptop at the time and all of a sudden I just couldn't do it anymore. And it made me panic, and the panic obviously increased my blood pressure. And because of that, my left arm started twitching really bad. Then I ran straight upstairs to get my steroids, and I took them, and then as soon as I took them the twitching stopped, which tells me that the twitching wasn't anything other than me panicking and just kind of a placebo effect, I suppose. So I've taken a higher dose of steroids today because that's what my oncologist suggested I have to do if my symptoms get worse, that I should increase my dose a little bit. So I've taken 4 milligrams today, and I've left a message to my neuro nurse to see if she can get back to me and give me further advice on what to do. I feel fine at the moment. My left arm feels a little bit funny, a little bit heavier than usual, but obviously if I'm gonna stay on the higher dose of the steroids, I will just have to wait a few days for everything to kind of kick in, and hopefully it will keep working and I'll feel fine. Good morning. So today we are on Wednesday, so Tuesday? Is it Tuesday? Is it Wednesday? I think it's Wednesday. I'm going crazy. We are 2 days away from surgery. The nerves and the anxiety are kicking in. So since Sunday I'm feeling much better. I did increase my steroid dose like I mentioned before, and I spoke to my neurosurgeon team and they said that was the right decision to make. My left arm and leg are completely fine now. I've been feeling okay. I've been getting a bit headachy. So today I'm going for a COVID test in hospital, and I cannot go anywhere at all after I've had the test. I have to completely self-isolate. No one in my household is allowed to go anywhere until Friday. That's just to make sure that I'm all clean and safe to get into the hospital, and hopefully they'll get the results back in time, because they did say it was supposed to be yesterday but it didn't happen. No one rang me to say to come in, and I was panicking all day thinking, oh, this COVID test isn't going to happen and then I won't be allowed into hospital on Friday, but it's all good. I'm going today, getting that done. Hopefully they'll have the results by tomorrow, and then they can just call me and tell me, yeah, all good, come in on Friday morning. Also, can we just take a minute to talk about how puffy my cheeks are? Like, oh, I just can't. When I was on chemo, I was on the same steroids that I'm on now. So I just, with the whole chemo look, I didn't really care. But now because I look fine and normal, my cheeks and my kind of chin area is getting so puffy, as well as I'm getting a lot of water retention from the steroids on my belly. And it's just so like, yes, I'm grateful the steroids are working and, you know, I feel fine, it's good. But the price to pay for that is having a very, very bloated face, and it's just getting worse by the day. Yeah, it's just strange how my overall kind of look has changed. But it's okay, it's a small price to pay. So the situation today is that my surgery has been cancelled. When I had my COVID test on Wednesday, I had a phone call from the hospital on Thursday with them saying that the swab came back positive because I tested positive for COVID initially at the start of the month when I came out of hospital, when I got diagnosed. So Test and Trace contacted me and said that actually sometimes it can be up to 3 months that on the swab it can come back positive even though you haven't got COVID. Yesterday I went back to the hospital to have a second swab just to make sure it wasn't like a false positive or something, but that one came back today again saying that it's definitely positive. So I have got to get a blood test now, because the blood test will be able to show them whether there's actual live disease in there. So I've got to wait for that now, which is frustrating. It's the waiting that's the worst, and not knowing when my surgery will be rescheduled, and the nerves of, you know, not knowing if I'll be feeling fine or not. So I had a little frustrating cry this morning, and I'm fine, so I'm going to try and enjoy my day as much as I can, and hopefully I'll hear some more news soon. A bit nervous about the fact I've run out of steroids at this point, and I feel pretty fine. I have got a bit of a headache area, but I think that's more just me stressing out about the fact that my surgery was cancelled. But yeah, my steroids should be arriving tomorrow morning, so fingers crossed that will be here on time, because otherwise I'm left over the weekend with nothing, which was another frustrating thing that I was having to try and work out yesterday, with going between hospitals and being sent from, because I'm at the BRI as well as the Southmead Hospital, being sent from one to another, being told no, your surgeon has to prescribe the steroids, and then someone else telling me no, it's your oncologist, and them sending me from one person to another, and me just going, I just need my steroids, please. So I said, fingers crossed, my medication will be delivered on Saturday morning. Surprise, surprise, it was not. I waited from about 9 AM to midday, because that's when I was told that it would be delivered. And it wasn't. I rang up the hospital straight away to find out what was happening. And they looked at the notes and they said, the pharmacy tried contacting you to confirm your prescription, and they couldn't get through to you, so they cancelled the delivery. To which is ridiculous, I think, because I need the steroids. I have to take them every single day, and on Saturday morning I couldn't do it because they weren't delivered, which is not ideal, because they didn't try any alternative method of contacting me, whether that's through my TYA nurse or anyone else, and that's been going on since Thursday. And I got a phone call which from someone in hospital confirming that my medication will be delivered between 9 AM and midday. So in the end we managed to speak to the hospital and then to sort out a couple of doses of the steroids to last me over the weekend, but that meant we had to drive all the way to Bristol to go and get it, which I don't mind. I got the medication, but it's just another things that added on top of everything else to me to stress about, or, you know, cause a bit more anxiety about. I've not been doing very well emotionally today. I think the fact that I had a break from the steroids, any kind of problems for me, I think it's all kind of anxiety driven. I had a really bad night's sleep last night, and the whole day today I've just not been feeling very well. Very headachy, whenever I lie down I feel like I can feel my pulse inside my head. And chances are I'm fine, like there's nothing actually going wrong. Just because my surgery didn't happen on Friday, all of a sudden the tumour isn't progressing and growing all of a sudden, I don't think. But it's just the anxiety, is just the waiting game that I'm struggling to deal with. And I will ring so hopefully tomorrow I will hear from someone, and hopefully tomorrow I will have my blood test. But yeah, I just want to know the date for when the surgery will happen so I can mentally prepare myself again and just feel a bit more positive. I know with COVID it doesn't help, it's hard to predict what's going to happen, and the hospital did say that I'm like the first case they've had that's come back positive before surgery, so I understand they're not sure how to deal with it. Good morning, so it's Monday today. I'm feeling much better after having my little cry yesterday, and just feeling very emotional, so I just spent the evening making sure I'm resetting, thinking, writing about my feelings and my thoughts and just putting it all out on paper. And then I made sure I had a lovely wind down in the evening and to get a good night's sleep. So feeling much more positive today, and I think the fact that it's weekday and I know that I can ring the hospital whenever if anything happens is definitely a relief, knowing that they're not closed or my surgeon isn't there or anything else like that. I think this morning I got a phone call from the hospital, and they said they reassured me that they're in the background, they're working on getting a plan in place as to how to go about this COVID test, and it's not as simple as just booking it in. They need to have different departments approve it, and say that that's fine, they're happy for the hospital to do that. So they're doing that in the background, so I should hear from them either by this evening or tomorrow. So that's a relief to know that they are doing stuff in the background. I was supposed to have my steroid delivery, and I still haven't received it, so I already rang the hospital and asked them if that's definitely happening today, because again I'm out of steroids, and I don't have any left, so I feel like a junkie that's just constantly calling the hospital like, I need my drugs please. But yeah, so they're looking into that to see whether that's happening or not, but I'm not too worried because it's not the weekend. It's not like I won't be able to just get it sorted out ASAP if anything does happen and they can't deliver it today. It's a little late in the day now, and my steroid's still on here, which is brilliant. It's very good and helpful. I rang up the hospital again, or I rang up the pharmacy again about midday today, and they said that they never actually got my prescription through, which is very helpful. But they arranged a courier delivery for this evening. So it's currently about 5 p.m. and I'm still waiting. I've not heard from them. But tomorrow morning when I wake up, I don't have my, the delivery hasn't happened. I can just go to my GP and hopefully they can help me out and sort out a dose of steroids. But it's just better news. I got a phone call from the hospital that are doing my surgery, and I got a new date, which is 10th of December, so 10 days away. 10 days tomorrow. Yeah, it's again waiting for quite a while, but it's okay. We're gonna go for a walk now, our last walk before we start self-isolating again tomorrow, so that'd be nice. But yeah, I feel fine now. It's just the twitching was really bad and my left side like disconnected. I was trying to walk to the toilet. I'm not sure what's caused it. I was trying to walk to the toilet and I just couldn't move my leg really very well on my left arm. So that's quite scary. So it's the night before surgery and I'm all packed up and ready to roll in the morning. Feel very calm and very, I don't even know, very grateful that I'm even in this position where this tumour is operable, and I have all faith in the doctors, and I've already met my surgeon and he's absolutely lovely. So I'm just excited to go in for the surgery and be out and hopefully feel well and recover and have Christmas at home. I'm really excited for Christmas this year because I had all the time in the world to prepare presents, to really think about it and everything like that. So I just feel really grateful and really humble. I'm just excited to get the surgery done tomorrow and feel better, hopefully. My arm hasn't been playing ball very well. I've turned around so you can see my lovely Christmas tree. My steroids haven't been really playing ball in the last few days. Every time I take them in the morning, my left arm disconnects for a bit. I just feel really weak, and my left leg starts twitching. So not ideal, but I spoke to the neurosurgery team and they're happy that to carry on because obviously the surgery's tomorrow. So that's fine. But yeah, just excited to get this done over and done with. My COVID test came back negative, which is amazing. I just get to go in tomorrow, get it done, and hopefully out in a couple of days, strong, young, and healthy.
Slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbye.
I'm back. Let's do this. So it's currently almost 10 a.m. I believe. I've been in since 8, been up since 5, and I've been told that I'm second in the queue for surgery, so I'll probably be going in this afternoon at some point. I've met with the surgeon, and what he said is because I've had 2 MRI scans. The first MRI scan showed that the lesion was 2.5 centimeters, and then I think 2 or 3 weeks later when I had the second one, it had grown quite significantly. So when they go in today, they're expecting it to be quite big. And then they said if they can't take it all out, they'll be able to do gamma knife afterwards, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But yeah, I'm really hungry and thirsty. So that's hard, but I'm just watching a webinar on my laptop, keeping myself busy and distracted, feeling fine, feeling quite positive and calm, which is lovely. It's a good way to be before surgery, I think, it'll help things. The team are lovely here. The nurse that's going to be looking after me once I come out of the operation. So it's 20 to 1 now. I just took my second steroid dose on an empty stomach and it's making me feel a little bit weird. Just feel a bit zonked. I did take half an hour nap, just bent over on the chair kind of thing. But time has flown by a bit. I've kept myself busy. I'm just trying to read a book now. But I hope the anaesthetists will come in a minute and I'll be going in. So surgery's gone well. They think they were able to remove the whole tumour. I'm quite bloated because I've had a lot of liquid. I'm very hydrated. I'm really, really tired and I've just been sleeping all day. I just keep sleeping. And I'm glad that I am. It's the 12th of December. I had surgery on the 10th, in the evening of the 10th. I'm doing pretty well, other than being very, very tired and sleepy. I haven't filmed anything because I'm on a bay ward, so I didn't really want to pull out my phone and be talking about it. I've been feeling quite good. Because my surgery wasn't until the evening, I didn't get into the operating theatre till about 4 p.m. Because of that, I was up, hadn't eaten since 8 p.m. the night before. So yesterday, when I finally had some food, my stomach really bloated up and I had got some really bad cramps, so I was in agony. They had to give me morphine. Bearing in mind that I've had brain surgery, obviously. I wasn't in that much pain when I woke up, which I'm really glad about, which is what I was worried about, like I said before. So yesterday, all day, my left side was really weak because where the tumour was, it's near the motor cortex where it affects my left side. So the doctors were expecting it to be that quite bad when I woke up. I was able to move it still and stuff like that. It's just the physios came around it in the evening, and like I said, I couldn't stop sleeping yesterday. I just wanted to sleep all the time, which is probably quite good and natural for my body to recover. So when the physios came around, because I had just had a bit of morphine, I was quite zonked out, and I sat up on the bed and I was like, yeah, I will go and try and walk, but I couldn't because I was just so out of it. But yeah, I'm feeling fine today. I'm walking around. I've just come for a little stroll here. Just looking into the outside of Southmead Hospital, and just wishing I was out there getting fresh air. The doctors are happy with the progress I'm making. This little bit on my forehead here is where they put my head in a frame for surgery, and it nicked a little bit and it's a little bit swollen, so I did say to them, should I be worried about it? I'm a little bit headachy and just very tired. I just need to sleep it all off, and I think in no time I'll be much better. Yeah, all good. I'm just glad to be eating again, to be allowed to have food, because that was the hardest bit before surgery, not being able to eat. When it came to like 3 p.m, I was there like going around in circles around the ward, being like, I'm just so hungry. And when I went into the surgery, I was like, please, as soon as you wake up, just give me some food, I'm starving. I've got my Shane Ritchie shirt on today, rocking it. And I think from now on it's just going home and recovering and just resting as much as I can and waiting for Christmas to come around. I had an MRI scan yesterday and they're happy that they managed to remove the whole tumour. Plan now is in 3 months' time to have another scan just to make sure it's not gone anywhere else. And I'm just so grateful for the surgeons and the doctors, because he's done such an amazing job, and all the nurses here are absolutely lovely. And they're really, really nice, and they take such good care of me. They're all absolutely amazing. So it's about 4 o'clock in the morning. I've been put in a separate room at last. Because last night I was trying to sleep and they brought someone in from surgery and she wasn't very well, bless her. So on the bay she was just screaming and shouting, and the machine the lady was hooked up on just kept beeping and I just couldn't sleep. So I didn't want to be that person, so I said, is there any chance I could be moved to a separate room because I'm really struggling to sleep? Because I just felt really sensitive to everything. So all day I've had a bit of swelling on my left side, so we weren't sure why. I just woke up with this bad boy on the top of my forehead. Really quite swollen. Just spoke to the nurse, they're not too concerned because my pupils are reacting fine, so I don't know whether it's just a bit of... Looking cute though. I'm just glad to be in a separate room and to be trying to get some sleep. So I just woke up, it's about 6 a.m, 6 a.m. The swelling seems to have gone down a little bit now that I'm keeping it elevated. So they're happy for me to go home still today. I'm still in the other room. The face swelling has gone relatively worse. The doctors aren't too concerned and they're saying that it's quite normal to be like that, given the surgery I've had. I'm feeling completely fine, zero pain. I've been out and about. I've had a shower today again. And should be going home this afternoon, hopefully. So looking forward to that. Didn't sleep very well last night. Don't know if it's the steroids. I'm being weaned down from the steroids as of today, and they're reducing the dose, so hopefully that'll make things better with my sleep. I've just got to try and stay sat up as much as I can to reduce the swelling on my face. They say don't freak out if you wake up in a couple of days and you got black eyes, because all the fluid will be draining through here. So look. So I am home now. I'm feeling pretty well overall, just a little bit tired. Trying to sleep but really can't get any sleep, which is a bit frustrating. I feel like I want to get up and go and do stuff, but I can't get to sleep. My eye's getting quite bad, and it just looks strange. I feel like I look like a weird fish. Some highlights from the hospital stay. When you come out of brain surgery, every hour they come and do like checks on you to make sure you're fine, and that your pupils aren't dilating when they when they flash a light into your eye. And then every hour they ask you who the Prime Minister is, and who the Queen is, and what date it is, and do you know where you are. So when I came out of the ICU, I was still a little bit high because I was on morphine. And they said, who's the Prime Minister? And I said, Johnny Boris. And then they were like, who is the Queen? And because I have a very foreign name, I keep telling everyone to just call me Liv. I say, because I like to pretend I'm British. And then and they go, what's the name of the Queen? And I said, I don't know, I'm bloody foreign. I don't know who the Queen is. And then in the end I remember that it's Queen Elizabeth, so it was all fine. And then we had a good chuckle about it with the nurses. So my eye has gotten much, much worse. I was led down for most of the evening and then I stood up. And when I stood up, it just puffed up really badly. So this is how I'm going to be sleeping tonight. A very, what's the word I'm looking for?
Elevated angle.
A very elevated angle. I'm very sleepy, so I can't really talk much or make sense at the moment. But still feeling fine. And quite well. Hopefully this will be a lot less bad in the morning when I wake up. I'm not looking my absolute best this morning. Feeling absolutely fine. Just a bit annoying, I can't open my eye. Slept quite well last night. It's quite difficult because in hospital you can push the little button so you're sat up. I've been told I need to try and stay sat up as much as I can at night. So it's the evening of Monday night and I can't talk because I'm so tired. It's Monday night now. I've just been resting on the sofa all day. As you can see, I've got loads of cushions behind me. I think keeping my head elevated isn't helping anymore. We're beyond that point in my eyes getting pretty bad. I'm still not in any pain or anything like that, and I'm super happy about it. Very puffy. I've got a very good appetite. I've been eating all day. Taking my medications regularly. Only on paracetamol for painkillers. And everything like that. So all good. I'm booked in to get my staples removed on Friday from my head. The only significant thing that I can notice is when I get a bit tired, my left arm goes a bit slower. And then I just need to make sure I go and rest. During the day I haven't managed to get any deep sleep. I'm just kind of dozing off in and out. I'm trying to brush my hair a little bit. Thanks, Mum. It's very sticky. But I've not brushed it for like a week now. Not a week, that's a lie. Like 4 or 5 days. And my scar is getting very itchy. The incision. Good morning. So today is 1 week since surgery. My face looks like a bloody brick. My eyes are doing much better though, as you can see. But I think all the fluid is really holding on inside my cheeks at the moment. And I look absolutely bloody ridiculous, but it's fine because I feel completely fine. A little bit headachy today. That's the only thing. Last few days I've been struggling to sleep a bit, but I think as my brain's healing, I'm having more weird and vivid dreams and stuff like that, which really disturbs my sleep. But yeah, feeling absolutely fine. I'm having a phone call from the doctor today for a catch-up, and hopefully have some questions answered as to when I can drive and stuff like that. The GPs now to get my staples removed. I'm really excited for it because I've kind of, the whole thing has come undone a little bit, and it seems like there's a lot of staples there that need to be removed. So and it's very itchy where it's healing. So today is the 29th of December, which is I think exactly 20 days post surgery. I'm still feeling absolutely fine, apart from having a bit of a headache in my temples. Tends to be more when I wake up in the morning after being let down for a while. Everything's healing great as far as I'm aware, and I'm just still absolutely amazed at how well I did after this surgery and how well I felt, and I feel so grateful for that. So yeah, everything's good over here. And I think the hardest part for me about this surgery was obviously the unknowingness, the waiting, the issues I had in the process leading up to the surgery. And the hardest thing so far has been coming off the steroids. Obviously I was on them for a very, very long time, and I feel like this whole vlog has just been all about the steroids. So as some of you might know, these steroids have really strong side effects, a very wide range of side effects. They really disrupt your sleep, they cause water retention, hence the big cheeks. But yeah, so I was on them for a very, very long time, and coming off them was very difficult. It made me really tired, made me really emotional, and very just odd. It's quite hard to describe, just felt really weird when I started reducing the dose. I'm completely off the steroids now, and I'm still feeling fine, and touch wood, carries on that way. But yeah, I'm so glad everything went really well, and I'm really grateful for the doctors and the nurses that looked after me in hospital, and really grateful for the fact that I'm feeling so well. Again, just amazing. It's just, I just cannot express in words that, like, the fact that someone's been inside my brain to take out a tumour, and I'm just here like, yeah, I'm feeling absolutely fine, no problem. Just absolutely amazing. So worth everything I had to go through leading up to it. But yeah, I say I'm feeling absolutely fine. I don't look that fine, do I? I'm still holding a lot of water in my face, still very puffy, which has become very frustrating for me. I think a big part of it is the brain surgery, the puffiness, and then another big part of it is the steroids, obviously. But I've just got to wait it out and be patient for it to all go away. But I feel absolutely fine and normal, so that's what matters the most, right? Not about the looks. I think I kind of rock it though. I don't look like myself, but I rock it. The incision is healing really well. I mean, you can barely see it because of my crazy hair, but hair's sprouting through already. I don't know if I'm pointing it right. I've not filmed much during Christmas or done daily updates or whatever during that time, because I was just sleeping a lot. That was the main thing after surgery. I just slept loads. Then my energy levels went back up, and then when I reduced the steroids and then came off them, my energy levels went back down again. And that was really quite strange, because at one point after the surgery, whilst I was on the steroids still, I would sleep until maybe from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. and then I would just have so much energy. My brain would just feel like, I'd feel like I have superpowers in my brain. I wake up at 4 a.m. and be like, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do that. And just come up with all these ideas and just be like super productive, which was kind of nice, because now that stopped, it's much harder for me to do things, because I'm trying to listen to my body still and just rest whenever I feel a bit too tired. But that was really nice to have that crazy productiveness. Is that even a word? There's been a lot of that in this vlog. Is that even a word? Is that even a thing? Thank you for watching, and catch you on the rebound, not the relapse.
Bitch, we can't stomach cancer. It's getting on our tits. Cancer, cancer, cancer. Oh, cancer's such a bitch. Oh, we can't stomach cancer. It's getting on our tits.